And here we go from the Learning Center. We got a little fire brewing in here. It takes the bite out of the air. Today we're going to talk about ultrasonic speakers. Have you guys ever heard of an ultrasonic speaker? I never have really heard of it. And I recall a story just a little bit ago about a fella who was all geared up with his rifle, all of his stuff, and they found him at an amusement park in the bathroom.
Now at 3 o'clock, we have new details about a man found dead at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park just this weekend.
The Garfield County Sheriff's Office now saying that the man was found with explosive devices. Fox 31's Jeremy Hubbard joining us now with more on this disturbing story, Jeremy.
Very disturbing, Erica Talia. Officials say the 22-year-old is from the Carbondale area and was found in the park before it opened on Saturday. The Sheriff's Office says he was heavily armed, carrying multiple improvised explosive devices, semi-automatic weapons, and fully loaded magazines. Too. They also say he was wearing tactical clothing, body armor, and a ballistic helmet. The IEDs were rendered safe, and law enforcement swept the park just to make sure that everything was, in fact, safe there. They say it was. In a statement, the Sheriff's Office saying, quote, "It is important to realize, given the amount of weaponry, ammunition, and explosive devices found, the suspect could have implemented an attack of devastating proportions upon our community and our first responders." Thankfully, that did not happen. No word at this time on the identity of the man, other than to say that he's from Carbondale, or the cause of death. Officials also not saying why he was at the park to begin with.
Wall, he wrote, "I am not a killer. I just wanted to go to the cave." And I was thinking to myself, man, what causes someone to do that? What would cause someone to do that? And why this cryptic message like, "I am not a killer"? Was he sent there to be a killer? So these things just kind of rack my mind, and while I'm thinking on it and trying to pray on it, and I'm trying to get some clarity, okay, I run across a video of a professor at a college showing his students about this technology. Have a look.
So we can't hear this. It's going to, I haven't turned it on yet. When I do, it's going to blast out a 65 kilohertz beam. Because the wavelength is so small, it doesn't spread. Because 65 kilohertz has a wavelength like that. So it's going to be, in that sense, similar to a laser. It just comes right out as a beam. Now, how do we make that audible? Well, they put a modulation on top of the 65 kilohertz. There's a modulation. And now, here's the next thing I have to tell you. That 65 kilohertz is very high amplitude. It won't hurt you, we don't think. Okay? You certainly can't hear it, and we don't think it'll hurt you. And it's very high amplitude. And what happens when you have two sound waves like this, sound plus sound can create sound, but only at high amplitudes. At low amplitude, sound waves just travel right through each other. You may be sort of familiar with this. But at high amplitude, you can create sound. So what happens in this apparatus is the audio sound, the sound that you're going to hear, is actually created in the beam, not here. And because it's created in the beam, and if it stays in the beam, we have a beam of sound. So let me demonstrate this for you. Let me turn it on. So, I think they're just saying it to make us feel better. Right. All right. $2,000. It's not our money. Now, the sound that you're hearing is being created in this beam. It almost sounds like it's coming from your head. So let me try to scan the whole audience here so everybody gets to hear this. Absolutely remarkable.
So he's displaying how an ultrasonic speaker can just be pointed right at the person it's intended, and only that person can hear it. Man, I found that so interesting, and it kind of connected some dots. Like, what if, just what if, I'm just playing crazy conspiracy theory guy here. Seems to be working out pretty good. But what if they had vans, you know, that drove around and pointed that thing at the general public and were targeting or finding people that have minds that are persuasive to that activity, right? So I was just thinking about that. And you know how when you start thinking about something and, you know, it's on your mind, kinda. Well, I'll be doggone if Mark Rober, who's a popular YouTuber here, didn't put up a video about, you know, trick-or-treat candy and stuff. But sometimes in these videos, you can really find a good nugget. Here is what he did with the speaker.
Now with a normal speaker, you would still hear noise on the other side of a perfectly soundproof barrier, because the wavelengths we can hear are on average 30 feet long, which means the sound can diffract around the barrier. But with an ultrasonic speaker, the wavelengths are really, really short, which means they can't diffract around, which makes them highly directional. So the speaker's there, I hardly hear anything right here, but when I step to the left, it's just like in my brain. The camera here picks up on it a little bit, but it's just something you have to experience in real life to truly understand.
This is so weird. Oh my God.
Did you see the kid's reaction? Especially the last one, how he cringed up. And that was really weird. Now, can you imagine if you were already mentally unstable, or you were having some kind of an issue, or you were just having a bad day, and that stuff started going inside your head like that? Whispers, whispers, whispers. Go do it, go do it, go do it. You can do it, you can do it. That needs to be done, it needs to be done, it needs to be done. So I thought, how many people actually know about this technology? If I were to actually show this or just talk about this without this video proof, you might think that I was nuts. So you could have a room of people, and you could have a person here and a person here, and I could target you with that beam of radio sound, and you would be the only one to hear it. Go get them, go do it, go do it, you can do it, you gotta do it now, do it now. And the two people here can't hear it. You'd be like, do you hear that? And they'd be like, no. I don't hear that. That guy's kind of crazy. He's hearing voices in his head. All right, man, that I found this interesting. If you found this interesting, please leave a comment down below. I know this is a little edgy, but seriously, am I that far off? Seriously, leave a comment down below. Am I that far off? Can't you see how this could be used? Now, we're going to start maybe talking about some MK Ultra. We like to talk about these government programs like program Operation Mockingbird, which you just saw too. Actually, I was at the end of this video, I'll leave an Operation Mockingbird clip about October 7th. Okay? And I want you to enjoy it. But we've talked about Operation Paperclip and all of these things that were done to the American people that are not kosher. Okay? So I want to make sure that you guys know that this technology is out there now. Is it being used? I don't know. But now you know more than you did know. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video. We are out of Stacy's Home Remedy pre-sale books. If you guys tried to get on that, that's all over with. I'm sorry. We're going to place another order for books, and as soon as I get a confirmation on that, we'll let you guys know, and we'll have a next round of those books to go out. Appreciate all the love and support on that project. And you should get your book by the end of November 2023. That's when we're watching right now. And if you're watching this far into the future, welcome to the time travel machine. Go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, and you can check out on the shop tab all the books that we've pinned to help you live your best life and to check out of the system. All right? But seriously, did you know that this existed, that this existed, that this existed? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see how?